Hi, everyone. Hi, Gabe. How are you?
Good, Lauren. How's everyone? Hello, everyone, and how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm doing good. It's a nice day here in Maryland, and it's a pleasure to be back here with the Military One Source community. My name is Dr. Lauren Messina, and I work with the Henry Jackson Foundation for the Advancement of Military Medicine in support of the Consortium for Health and Military Performance, or CHAMP for short. And CHAMP is a center of excellence at the Uniformed Services University. At CHAMP, my role is as the Director of Human Performance Optimization Education, and I'm here with my colleague, Gabe, to talk with you about gratitude. Just one note, what we'll talk about today are our own opinions and do not reflect the official positions of the Uniformed Services University, the Department of Defense, or the Henry Jackson Foundation.
And my name is Gabe Paoletti. I'm the Mental Fitness Senior Scientist with HJF in support of CHAMP. And my primary focus is on gathering research, creating educational resources in all areas of mental fitness for the Human Performance Resources by CHAMP Initiative, or HPRC for short. This includes things like sleep, stress, improving your mental health, and performance psychology skills.
So I said we're here to talk about gratitude, and I love this topic, especially since it's like not Thanksgiving, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes we only talk about gratitude around Thanksgiving. But I'm hoping we can start with you telling us, Gabe, about why you think gratitude is so important.
Yeah, and to begin, let's kind of start with a little bit of a thought experiment. So I want you to imagine that your life was a video game. And the goal of this game is to create the best life possible. So just think for a little bit, what would that look like? So you're striving to get maybe an amazing family, like a family that you love, that supports you, that you know is always there. Or maybe it's having a meaningful job, a job where you truly get to make a difference in the world, or having awesome friends that make you laugh, that you enjoy talking with and have similar interests with. Maybe it's enjoying delicious food, like having whatever type of food that you want sort of at your fingertips. So living on an amazing planet where daily you could be in all of its vastness, or having access to incredible entertainment, like almost anything you want to entertain yourself, it's there, or anything you want just information wise, any questions that you have, almost any question that you want answered, and at your fingertips, you can get the answer. Literally an amazing life. But this game is a quest. So you believe that to get this life, you need to find a key to unlock it. You need to search for it and keep searching for it. And you always think, if I just beat this one board, I can unlock it all. If I just get rid of this one annoyance or this one bad guy or change this one outcome, I can get it all. But what if it turns out that you don't need to go on any quest or defeat any bad guy? That to unlock the reward, the key has been right there for you all along. And it's simply gratitude. Because here's the thing, I'm not saying you have any of these things. Like maybe you don't have any of these things, but you could have the best family. But without gratitude, you might go days, weeks, and years without really enjoying them. You literally might have an incredible job where you truly get to make a difference in the world, make the world a better place, and provide for your family to live a comfortable life. But without regularly practicing gratitude, you're likely getting caught up in minor annoyances daily of things that you don't like or want another way. You might have married the literally love of your life, but without gratitude, probably by now, you can't stand them or you're constantly fighting or getting on each other's nerves. And again, I'm not saying you have these things, but the issue is if you are blessed enough to live in this world, if you are blessed enough to, or even live something close to it, but if you don't take the time to appreciate it, if you don't take the time to savor it and express gratitude for it, it's wasted. It's almost like you don't have it at all.
Wow. So it sounds like gratitude can really be a very powerful tool. But it also sounds to me like you're talking about like where we choose to focus our attention as well, because maybe things are good, but you're missing out on it and you're not being grateful for it because you're getting distracted by annoyances or small things that are coming through that are frustrating.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so I wonder, what does the research say about how gratitude impacts well-being and performance?
Yeah, and you're 100% right. We've all probably heard similar anecdotes from either our grandmothers or our preachers. But the cool thing is like now there's growing research that supports what we've sort of always kind of known intuitively, but maybe not have been as mindful of it. And the cool thing is the science shows that gratitude can help you or others optimize your performance across the many domains of total force fitness. Just for example, people who are grateful are more likely to engage in healthy activities, such as eating healthy food, avoiding abuse of drugs or alcohol, socializing with friends more, or engaging in exercise. People who are grateful tend to sleep longer and report waking up more energized. In some studies, those in a gratitude intervention slept almost an hour longer than those in a control group. Gratitude has been shown to have a positive impact in our mental health in a number of ways, including life satisfaction, subjective well being, experience of positive emotions, as well as decreasing symptoms of anxiety and depression. Gratitude has been shown to protect against burnout for mental health professionals, athletes, teachers. Gratitude encourages people to be more generous, trusting, and more likely to help, volunteer, vote, or engage in other citizenship behaviors. So it really helps us to be better people and to help other people to be better people. In that same way, gratitude can enhance your leadership. So people high in gratitude are seen as more wise. Gratitude increases trust in others. More so, and this is what I find interesting, it increases trust in others and more so with people you don't know as well. So if you're doing gratitude interventions with a team, it can really help to build that team cohesion. Experiencing the gratitude of others encourages people to help not only the person who expressed gratitude, but also makes them more likely to help other people beyond that relationship of whoever expressed gratitude. Gratitude is shown to improve problem solving ability. And when you express gratitude to others, they feel more valued and are more likely to spend more time working on menial tasks or tasks that might not be that much fun. And then when those you lead express gratitude to one another, it can make them feel not only more comfortable with one another, but also more comfortable expressing concerns to one another. So if you want those that you're leading to sort of solve the problems before it gets to you, creating conditions and opportunities for them to express gratitude to one another can be critical in that. And then gratitude helps employees perform better at their jobs, feel more satisfied at their work, and act more respectful for one another. The other area where it's huge is for relationships. It strengthens our current relationships, helps us to form new relationships, builds and increases our relationship and satisfaction. But then it also increases our perceived social support. So our perception and others' perceptions that people have our backs, and it makes us feel that we're more able to improve the welfare of others. So we have more agency and believing that, wow, I'm really able to make a difference in others' lives. In romantic relationships, the expression of gratitude helps the other person to feel more loved, supported, committed, and helps the relationship overcome challenging situations. And again, this is all stuff that you might have heard from your grandmother, but like now the science backs it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. So there certainly are a lot of benefits to gratitude. If there was such a thing as a gratitude salesman, I think you might fit the bill. And I think about this also specifically in the context of COVID, when it's been such a hard time for so many folks, and things have gotten taken away. That where I've tried to focus my own gratitude is really being grateful for being able to walk around my neighborhood and having a pretty scenery and a safe place to just get outside of my house, and for like the internet, right? Being grateful that we have the internet to keep in touch with folks, because a lot of my family lives far away from where I am. And I really find it interesting that the benefits of gratitude cut across those domains of total force fitness, that there's physical benefits, relationship benefits. It's not just for your mental health. It can help you get a better night's sleep. It can help you with stress, all those things. It's like really a total force fitness tool in that way. Can you tell us, go a little bit deeper into the relationship part and how gratitude can impact relationships between folks?
Yeah, Sarah Algo's find, remind, and bind theory of the importance of gratitude in building and supporting close relationships, I think is really interesting. So she begins with like by helping people recognize the thoughtfulness of others. Gratitude basically helps us to find or identify people that are going to be good candidates for quality future relationships. So that intuitively makes sense that we want the people that are going to bring more good in our lives, find them and keep them in our lives. But then the next part I think is interesting, and it's where throughout my life I think I've struggled more so. It also helps us to remind us of the goodness that exists in our relationships, and it binds us to our partner and friends by making them feel appreciated and encouraging them to engage in behaviors that will like help prolong their relationships. And unlike feeling indebtedness, research suggests that feelings of gratitude can basically be booster shots for long-term relationships. And this isn't based on the science, this is just my experience. I feel like with a lot of relationships, when we first are like entering that relationship, we notice all the good things, and then it peaks at some point, and then we like start noticing like the things that annoy us or that kind of stuff. And gratitude is critical for keeping us up here, to remind us why we started this relationship in the first part, but it is that booster shot that really helps us to like stay and reminding and binding us into those relationships. Another study found that expressing gratitude toward a romantic partner or close friend was positively associated with the extent to which the person felt responsible for the other partner's welfare. So like when we express gratitude, we actually take a personal stake in boosting their well-being. And studies have also found that experiencing gratitude, so when someone expresses gratitude for you, we're more likely to mimic another's behavior, share their personal goals, and be more open to receiving advice, increasing the tendency to forgive, and we wind up displaying less aggression. So all these behaviors generally support positive relationships.
Yeah, I think that's so neat because it's, if I'm taking the energy to try to show gratitude, it actually has an impact on my spouse or partner as well. So it's benefits us both. And my own professional background, I'm trained as a couple and family therapist. So I find this particularly interesting and important about how gratitude can really bolster the well-being, again, not just of the individual, but of the couple unit. And taking that time to reflect upon what has my partner, my spouse, my family member done that that I can be grateful for, and taking the energy to express that so that we can both reap all of these benefits. So I'm also wondering though about the workplace and how gratitude can be a tool in the workplace, since it has all of these impacts on relational dynamics. Tell us more.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think particularly in like the military workplace, gratitude can be critical. Fulmer and colleagues discuss how the relationship between three levels of gratitude are seen in the workplace. So the first level is episodic gratitude, which is feeling grateful in response to a particular experience. So think of it as like an episode, like a certain instance where you're feeling grateful. Persistent gratitude is a stable tendency to feel grateful within a particular context. So it's something that's lasting over time. And then collective gratitude is when that persistent gratitude is shared by the members of an organization. It's just not an individual. And the researchers propose that these three forms of gratitude build upon each other. So fostering gratitude at the organizational level can be facilitated by cultivating those episodic moments of gratitude in an individual employee, and then also like building on those to create gratitude initiatives that the authors see as key ways for workplaces to foster episodic gratitude throughout their employees. So these are things like appreciation programs, which include formal events that recognize and appreciate employees, such as celebrations of either retirements, promotions, or product launches. Another one is opportunities for employees to have contact with the people who actually benefit from the work that they do. And often, like and no matter what work we do, often sometimes we don't get to see the results. So by creating those opportunities where they see the benefits and basically have the opportunity to express that thanks, that can help build the gratitude for the work they do. And then adding it into the feedback from leaders that focuses on their employees' personal development and career growth. And military leaders already do a lot of the stuff and apply these strategies through award ceremonies, AARs, community service outreach, community outreach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that really drives home how to implement a gratitude practice in a few different settings and the benefits for, again, the individual, groups of people, organization as a whole, and especially for military leaders, some ideas on how to utilize gratitude to really boost the well-being of troops. If someone was interested in how to implement gratitude in their own life, what suggestions do you have for them?
Yeah, the cool thing is gratitude interventions, like the one used in a gratitude calendar, which we have on HPRC, and we'll put the link in the little chat box, have been shown to increase in one's experience of gratitude to build the trait of gratitude over time, leading to the many benefits that are described above.
So what's a gratitude calendar? Tell us more.
Sure. So the gratitude calendar basically combines a number of research-based gratitude interventions that span the many benefits of gratitude. The different prompts, there's a different prompt for each day. And basically that encourages the participant to notice the good that has happened in their lives, reflect on that good, but then also pay the good that they have received forward onto others and anticipate good that will happen in the future and express that gratitude to others. Many other gratitude interventions just focus on like one of these forms of gratitude. So noticing the good is great, but to really get the full benefits of gratitude that we described today, you also need to be able to express that thanks forward and pay forward the good that we receive. So those are the different prompts that we have. So just kind of like looking at the different types of ways that we can do, like hunt the good stuff is a popular gratitude prompt that works, and that's great at noticing the good and savoring the good. But other ones that we have on the gratitude calendar is just reflecting like, what are things that you're excited for this week? So now you're anticipating the good that will happen so that you notice it when it's happening. Another one is, what do you want to make sure you do not take for granted today? So maybe it's your family, maybe it's the work opportunities that you have, maybe it's the weather. So helping you to really reflect on what's something that I might be taking for granted. Then there's a number that it's more expressing. So sharing the love, what made you laugh, smile, or feel loved today? And how can you make others feel laugh, smile, or feel loved? Expressing your gratitude. So who's someone that you haven't probably thanked in a while? And then send them a short message to show your gratitude, whether it's a text, email, or feel free to write them a letter if that's something you're into. Also, there's prompts that like just help you to appreciate the moment that you're in right now. And even for those watching right now, like what's something right now in this moment that you should really appreciate? Maybe it's air conditioning, or maybe it's the comfortableness of your seat, or maybe it's just the fact that you're able to like get information like this super easy that's there, and then really savoring it and appreciating those moments right now. And then again, encouraging you to pay it forward. So what's something that has made you feel blessed, and what can you do to spread that to other people? Not necessarily the people that have created that gift for you, but who's someone else that you can pay that forward? So if someone, helped mentor you, how can you help mentor others?
Got it. Those are some really great ideas. So do you need to do a prompt every day, or can you mix it up and pick and choose?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they can, if you want to do this, you can basically do it however you would like. It's great to do the schedule prompt on the day listed, or choose whatever feels best for you. Like part of the strategy behind the multiple prompts in the activity is to provide routine so that you have some sort of routine of reflecting on what you're grateful for, but basically avoiding becoming numb to like doing the same thing every day. So becoming numb to the novelty or benefits of a singular gratitude exercise. And some research shows that sometimes when we do the same thing every day, if it doesn't really fit for you, you can have that numbness effect.
Got it. And do folks need to do it every day to get the benefits?
Doesn't need to be every day. I think it's important for participants to find the time that feels right to them. And basically, this should be a fun activity. So it's not something that you should feel the need to like force yourself to do. And research shows that participants don't need like the gratitude, a gratitude activity every day to receive the benefits. Once a week in some studies was sufficient, but throughout the many different gratitude interventions, the longer the participants engage in the activity, the more likely they saw the results. So I would encourage at least around once a week, but your goal is that you're doing this for a really long time, maybe the rest of your life, not something where you're going to get burnt out quickly, but it's got to fit into your lifestyle and it's got to fit into what's meaningful and impactful for you.
Got it. I'm thinking about, folks talking about how they're in a, COVID slump, just continued in this kind of quarantine state. But maybe with spring and summer, on the horizon, trying to shake some of that off and, committing to trying to do the gratitude calendar for a while could be a good venture.
Yeah.
And the calendar is available for download at hprc-online.org and available in the chat box for this event. Any other tips on living a grateful life, Gabe?
Yeah, I think like just set yourself up for success. Make the practice of using this a habit in some way, like to help yourself to do this. And one strategy to do that is like combining the time that you would do the gratitude calendar or whatever your gratitude activity would be with like a routine that you already have. So maybe each morning when you wake up, that's what I used to do. Like when I would hit the snooze alarm, that was my time to pick one of those. Or like when you sit at your desk at work, maybe having it out there and that just kind of reminds you to do that activity. Or a lot of people do it before they go to bed, perhaps as part of a daily meditation or prayer to help them kind of wind down for the day. I now set an alarm for myself at 1 p.m. to remind myself to do it each day. And I just sort of randomly pick one that I have that helps me to do it. So maybe like printing it out and having it as a place as a reminder or making it the background of your desktop. The other idea, which a lot of service members particularly have mentioned, finding it useful, is doing it with others. So maybe it's like a family dinner activity or something that you can do as a group text, either with friends or with your family, where each day someone picks a prompt and just shares, and then that sort of serves as the reminder for everyone else too.
I love that. So based on this information, let me present a little bit of a challenge to the folks watching. Now knowing all of the benefits that gratitude can bring you and to the folks around you, I challenge you to express your gratitude to somebody who means something to you by sharing this video with them and also by thanking them for playing a special role in your life. So as Gabe was mentioning, perhaps think of someone who you haven't thanked in a while, someone who means something to you, who has maybe helped you out recently, and write them a short message to show your gratitude and pay it forward. So Gabe, can you think of someone that you might express a little gratitude to kick us off?
Sure. I'm actually going to express a little gratitude to my wife, just for always being there for me in the good times and, when I'm a jerk. So
I got to follow up with her to make sure that you do.
yeah.
Well, I know I have a lot of gratitude for the HPRC team at CHAMP, as well as our military OneSource partners. And we'll sign off here, just reaching out to thank them for being so awesome to work alongside of. And on that note, thank you, Gabe, and thank you to the military OneSource community.
Thanks.